એ તો લાઈવ કરી દેશે એટલે આ 41 જણ વેઇટિંગમાં છે એવું છે.
અચ્છા. અરે જવા લગી.
અલા લાઈવ ના ના ઓફ કરી દે.
અહીંયા દબાવો જશે કે નહીં દબાવો?
ના મારથી નથી થતું. સ્ક્રીન દેખાય પણ વિડીયો તો દેખાવો જોઈએ ને. ડોક્ટર રિયાનો તો દેખાવો જોઈએ મને.
બ્રાઉઝર બદલી નાખે છે.
પહેલા ડોક્ટર રિયાને પહેલા મારે ફોન કરી દેવો પડશે. ચાલુ રાખજે પ્રતિક. હા તારે હોલ્ડ ઉપર મૂકીશ. એ પેલું લાઈવ ઓફ કરી દે યાર.
नमस्कार, हमारा देश अभी आज कोविड-19 की चुनौती का सामना कर रहा है। कोविड-19 ने तो काफी नहीं किया, ऐसे हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस हमसे कम है।
A very good evening and a warm welcome to all our guests and to dear learners. I'm Dr. Ria Tukrar from Radar Opus by DGenRx, and we are here today to discuss a very interesting topic: homeopathy and acutes, an opportunity or a challenge, with Dr. Kritik Shah. We were facing a little difficulty with connecting to the server. I don't know what happened. It never happened before, but we are able to go live. And soon Dr. Ritik Shah will also be here with us live. We will have to wait for him a little bit. He was also facing the same issue. So until he joins us, I want to take this opportunity to give a quick overview about Radar Opus software for the people who don't know about it. So allow me to say a few words about Radar Opus. So, Radar Opus homeopathic software, it is a name that we all are familiar with. It has an all-in-one revolutionary interface offering repertory, materia medica, and your patient files on one single simple platform. It comes enriched with more than 30 repertories, including synthesis repertory, which is highly reliable and flexible enough to suit your needs. With Radar Opus, you will have access to 1,500 plus books and volumes in the references section, which is the largest collection among all the softwares available. The Winchip patient management tool helps you to keep track of your patients, consultations, postology, and etc., and helps you to extract the information very easily. There are a number of concepts and families for you to choose from to help in your case analysis. You can even let Dr. George Vitholkas help you in solving your case with his expert system. So you see why Radar Opus is the number one choice. For Radar Opus users, we conduct free webinars and quizzes every week, provide technical guidance, data protection, new updates, and free notes as well. For those who are interested, Radar Opus comes in these 5 packages. You can see the prices on your screens. For more information on each package, please visit our website, www.dgenrx.com. We do have a no-cost EMI offer available where you can pay an advance amount followed by 6 installments for next 6 months. So you can contact us at the given numbers, or you can mail us as well, or even visit our website and send us your query. So if you still have any doubts, you can always experience the software for free before buying it. So simply download the free demo version available on our website and you can give it a go. So thank you so much for listening. That's a little about Radar Opus software. Coming back to this webinar, let me see if Dr. Kritik Shah has joined us or not yet. Please give me a moment. I'll check and come back to you. Oh, well, I think Dr. Kritik Shah is still facing a little technical error. It might take a few more minutes for him to join us. I'm hoping it will be solved very soon and we can quickly start with today's lecture. So until he is here with us, let me quickly tell you about. Okay, so I think we have Dr. Kritik Shah with us now. Welcome, sir. Can you please turn your video on so that we can see you? Yes, we have you here with us, sir. Yes, sir, finally you have joined. Okay, so without wasting any more time, we have already wasted a lot and I don't want to miss out on your lecture. So I'll quickly introduce you, sir, before starting today's presentation. So here goes. So Dr. Kritik Shah, very well-known name in homeopathy. I'm going to give him a very small introduction. So about him, our speaker for today, Dr. Kritik Shah, he is the Chief Consultant Homeopath and Medical Director at Gujarat State's first private digitized Sri Sai Homeopathic Hospital. He is the head of Samuel Hahnemann Academy for Homeopathy. He is the consultant homeopath to the Honorable Governor of Gujarat, Raj Bhavan Gandhinagar. He has been awarded with a lot of awards, some of them being Bharat Gaurav Award at British Parliament, London, the Global Healthcare Leadership Award 2018 by Ayush Ministry, the International Homeopathic Healthcare Services Award by Asian African Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and also the Dishawal Shiromani Award 2020 by Vishwa Dishawal Parivar, Bombay. Dr. Kritik Shah, very well known in our field. He runs his own hospital, his own academy. He is a man of, he is a man who can do everything possible, I think. And he is here today with us to give his insight, his valuable knowledge on tackling acute complaints and managing them with homeopathy effectively, as he does in his own hospital every day as well. So that's about our respected speaker, Dr. Kritik Shah. And so, sir, if you would allow me, I will quickly tell our users how this interface works. So on the right hand side of your screens, you have a short chat box. So you may type your question or whatever message you have for Dr. Kritik right there and press the button next to it to send it to us. I request you all to send your questions only after Dr. Kritik Shah's lecture is over, as that might disturb him and we wouldn't want that. So not wasting any more time. I don't want to miss out on anything today. So without wasting time, let's start learning. Over to you, sir. Please take over. Sir, I think nobody can hear you. Even I cannot hear you. Can you please check your microphone once? I can't hear you, sir, and neither does the audience, I think. No, sir, I still can't hear you. I can see you, but I can't hear you. Please stay with us, everybody. We'll soon solve this issue and we'll be back. Don't worry. Dr. Kritik Shah will give us the lecture, give his valuable thoughts today, and we'll soon be back with him. I think there is some technical error. The technical team is working on it and it should be solved very soon. So please stay with us. Please be patient and we'll soon be back. So until Dr. Kritik Shah solves the issue, why not just discuss a few issues that we face in acute conditions? So that maybe Dr. Kritik Shah can take up those questions after his lecture and maybe he can incorporate those answers in his lecture today. So why don't you all just send us quick questions on the chat box, and I will surely ask Dr. Kritik Shah to take up all the questions. So please send your questions. What issues you face in your practice, in your clinic while prescribing on acute cases. And we'll see what Dr. Henneman in his Organon has said and what Kritik Shah in his practice has dealt with, and he can help us tackle those very efficiently. So please send us your questions until we have Dr. Kritik Shah back with us and with his audio and video working perfectly. Quickly send us those questions. I guess, Dr. Kritik, you're back with us. Please check your audio if it's working. Can all of you hear me? The audience today, can you hear me? Okay, so all of you can hear me, but we can't hear Dr. Pratiksha, and that's a big trouble. Let's see what we can do about it. Sometimes this technology can really trouble us, but I guess in these times, doing live webinars is the only option with us. Yeah, we can't hold seminars. That's a big trouble. Hello, sir. Sir, I can only.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
okay, very nice, very nice. Thank you. Just a moment. Pratik, now the audio is going. Please make the video going. Audio जाए से video जवा दे. Now it's going.
Yes, sir. We can see you. We can hear you. Thank
Okay.
God.
Thank you.
Please
Thank you.
take a breath, sir. No hurry.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, too much pressure.
Okay.
Please
So
take a
should we,
breath and we'll
so
start.
so we should start, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank
It's
you.
all yours. You can start whenever you're ready.
Apologies. My sincere apologies. Are you able to hear me, right? But now again, I'm not able to make the video on. Are you able to hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Fine. Let us continue first with whatever it is coming. I have uploaded my file. Is it available?
Okay, sir.
Just a second.
So if you have uploaded it yourself, it will be available to you only. I can't
Just
start from here.
I'm uploading it again so that Dr. Ria, you can share it now. It's okay if the video is
Okay.
not coming, but audio should go. I have uploaded
Okay, sir. Yeah,
file.
audio is
Please share it.
absolutely clear now.
I have uploaded the file. Please share it.
Sir, you'll have to click on the start presentation from your end because you have uploaded it yourself.
Just a second.
So I can't start it from
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Oh. It's like add a new file. The new file is going.
So not in the file, in the slides. You'll have to upload it in the
PDF.
slides.
I'm going to upload, right? The PDF.
On the slides itself, you can upload the PDF.
On the
So
slide.
go to the
I was
slides.
actually in the just a second. What I was doing is I was making into that just a second. Upload a new presentation. Okay. Just a second.
No issue, sir.
Friends, I really apologize. I don't know what is the reason. I have given so many webinars worldwide. I don't know what is the reason, but technically the internet was unstable, or maybe what is the reason with the I don't know. So apologies from my side for the delay, but it was, you can understand, it was absolutely unintentional. Why the start presentation is not coming, Dr. Ria?
So do one thing, just mail me the presentation quickly and I'll start it from here if it's not working for you.
Just a second. Here it goes.
If it's uploaded, it should give the option start presentation.
It is there. It is just a second. Dr. Ria Thakuran @bjnrx.com, right?
Yes, sir.
Here it comes from Dr. Shah @drkrutikshah.com.
Okay, sir. I'll upload it as soon as I receive it.
Yeah. Here it goes.
Okay, sir. Still awaiting it on my mail.
Make a refresh. Maybe you will be able to see it out.
Yes, sir.
I have uploaded the presentation thrice. In
Okay.
fact, twice. I think there is a problem with the platform, I guess, for today.
I don't know what is wrong.
Webinar
Even
Jam has
there
also
was some server error that I faced when I came onto the platform.
Yeah. Have you received the mail?
Not yet, sir. Still waiting for
Must
it.
be on the ways. Okay, friends, I think, since you are able to hear me, I will be very happy if you can write your questions concerning the acutes and give your, all your confusions, all your issues, so that we can take it out step by step steadily. Because to be honest with you, management of acute is a great opportunity. It is never a challenge. People take it a challenge. There are many reasons behind taking up, why people take it as a challenge. Because in acute, you neither have time, you neither have the opportunity. You neither have the time nor has the opportunity, and you have to deliver the best in a very short period of time. But that's why acute is considered a very highly rewarding job. It is highly rewarding job. So those people who are able to manage acute successfully, become famous overnight. Those people who have managed acute in the history of homeopathy, you take it Dr. Kent, you take it Dr. Allen, who has taken acutes, like with magic. So it's acute, either do or die, so death or recovery, kill or to get killed, win or loss. It's nothing like tie. It's nothing like draw. It's nothing like equal. So in acute, when you are going ahead with the flow, it should be very clear in your head what it is. So Organon has aphorisms in it, where here it comes. Organon has aphorisms in it which gives you so clear idea that you will be able to manage acute properly. Now my point here, to take up this topic, before taking this topic, I want to tell you something very important. See, I am here to inspire you to take acutes. I am here to inspire you to take challenge. Dare to be wise or disappear. So I am here to inspire you, not to impress you. The only person whom you should impress is Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. I am here to show you the way. I am here to show you the pattern, how you should handle the acutes. And if you properly understand how you should manage the acutes properly, will give you a win-win-win 100 out of 100 times. The more we are taking patients of emergencies, we are taking unconscious patients, we are taking all the type of pathology, but I practice on this information, what I am going to share it with you, so that I will be able to clearly tell you what acute is all about and how we should approach. It's from Organon, okay? From Organon. Friends, should I start? Are you able to hear me properly?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yes. Friends, I really love every one of you, because you are very patient. You have waited so much because of this internet trouble which is not in anybody's hand. So I really respect your patience, and I want to, yes, thank you, Dr. Manoj. Friends, you all are able to hear me, right? Should I? And today it will be like little faster, right? Okay, fantastic. Going ahead. Now it's like how to change the slide. I think, yeah, it's here. Okay. Before starting the lecture, the oath of the father. On my honor, I swear that I shall practice the teachings of homeopathy, perform my duty, render justice to my patients, and help the sick whosoever comes to me for treatment. May the teachings of Master Hahnemann inspire me, and may I have the strength for fulfillment of my mission. Jai Hahnemann, Jai Homeopathy. Now I will be going little fast because we have lost a lot of time. Now this, how to handle acute. This is something, the fundamental of homeopathy. The fundamental. What allopathy is all about? There are acute in respiratory system. There are acute in gastroenterology. There are acute in ophthalmology. There are acute in neurology. There are acute in dermatology. In any damn field you take allopathically, there are acutes. Right? What homeopathy says is something different. So allopathic science is created with the concept of reductionism. From body to system, then from system there are specialists. From body to system, I am a gynecologist. I am a pulmonologist, I am a nephrologist, I am a cardiologist, I am what you call ENT, I am psychiatrist, I am neurologist. So there are specialists. That is reductionism. Homeopathy took the concept of holism. Instead of taking the concept of reductionism, homeopathy took the concept of holism. As body is made up from one cell, whatever symptoms appeared on the different parts of the body are scientifically interconnected. So homeopathy believes in holism. We have no speciality, right? Now coming to the point, you are going to handle the acute. How you are going to handle the acute? It's like, you have enemy in front of you and you are supposed to battle or you are supposed to fight. What you will do? You will first analyze about your enemy. What is to be cured in the disease? Second, you will judge your strength. Where are you good at it? Where are you bad at it? So you have knowledge about your strength. That is medicine. And third, how to battle. You are going to hit the weakest part of your enemy to get the best of result. So knowledge of application. So disease is enemy, medicines are your weapons, and you know how to battle. So this 71st aphorism is 3 points. 3 points are like this. What is to be cured in disease? Knowledge of disease. Curative in medicine? Knowledge of medicine and how to apply. Some homeopaths give 50 Some homeopaths give 30 potency. Some homeopathy ranges from 30 to 15. This is all individual. Right? So this is 71. Now going to paragraph number 82. What Hahnemann tells? Individualization. As I said, holism. Individualization. What Hahnemann tells? In acute case, less time is required. And everything is fresh. Fresh. Fresh in the memory of the patient. Chronic में क्या होता है? पेशेंट सोचता रहेगा कि भाई क्या मेरा प्रॉब्लम का भी डिटेल में और क्या बताऊं साहब को, ये क्या बताऊं साहब को. It will take lot of time. Here everything is fresh. Patient will come to you and like he will speak like a parrot. I have this problem, I have this problem, I have this problem, I have this thing. So here you are at a much comfortable situation because you are getting good information properly. Good information properly, right? 90 aphorism. The most I would say ignorant part. People disrespect, people ignore, people don't take it into consideration is observation and examinations. What 90 aphorism teaches us, see, Hahnemann was a great allopath. That's why he became great homeopath, right? So homeopathy and allopathy goes hand to hand till diagnosis and then treatment differs. And allopathy doctor will give antibiotic, homeopathy will give pulsatilla. But they both will go to a common diagnosis, right? So 90 aphorism is general and systemic examination. There are very few people. Don't answer me. Just ask yourself. Ask your own self. How many times you have made an examination to your patients? In acute or chronic? How much religiously you examine every case? We don't do that. That is unfortunate. We should do that. Here the policy of the hospital is cases are examined properly every VC. Point number 2. Laboratory and radiological investigation. People don't wish to go for reports. Medical diagnosis, checking the previous files, I tell you an example with the medical files. A child was brought to me in an acute and he was like, going with, Dr. Jaya Pai, Dr. Ria, you are not able to hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
I think some connection issue with the learner herself, so I will guide her.
Okay, but you are able to hear me clearly, right?
Yes, sir. I can see you. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Everything is fine.
So it's like, that 90 aphorism is like checking about medical files. What is actually happening, A child came to me with a very concerned parent and they had all the files of allopathic doctors, pediatric doctors and all these things, ENT doctor and all. So what happened, that the parent said that my child has recurrent tonsillitis. So I want your treatment for tonsillitis. Every change of weather, he has tonsillitis, he has this problem, that problem. I took a proper history. So I took a rubric tonsillitis, and somewhere I was clear between two medicine. And the moment I checked the previous files, it come to be that, he is a case of recurrent pharyngitis. Now, pharynx are the part of tonsil. But homeopathically, in repertory, we have different remedies altogether. Recurrent tonsillitis, you have Baraitaka, you have tuberculinum, you have so many other. But if you go to pharyngitis, you have phosphorus and you have other set of remedies. So checking of previous file is an absolutely must. If you don't check your file, if you don't check the files of the patient, you are a problem. Not there is a problem with homeopathy, right? Next, 92nd aphorism. You know what we do? होम्योपैथी में हम क्रॉनिक केस अगर लेते हैं तो क्या करते हैं? आराम से केस लेते हैं. We take the case long, we take the case detail, we try to find each and every information about the patient. We go on discussing, but and we try to complete the image. In acute, 92nd aphorism says there is nothing like complete picture. There is nothing like complete picture. Because you should prescribe on sure symptoms. You know the word sure. Sure means from senses. You know what is to be cured in the disease? Senses. If your senses allows, then this is a clear-cut symptom. And I should use it, you should use it. It's like that. Right? Into that, what Hahnemann tells is, they prescribe on sure symptom as you cannot wait or delay. Like, in acute, suppose patient is dying in front of you because of heart attack, and you cannot go and ask him, do you like sweets? Because I want to prescribe lycopodium. This is nonsense. So whatever you have, eat it. No double mind. There is nothing like clear picture. अरे इसको मैं फॉस्फोरस नहीं दे सकता बिकॉज इसको आइसक्रीम डिजायर तो है ही नहीं. अगर अरे आई कैनॉट गिव दिस पेशेंट बरेटा का बिकॉज ही इज मेंटली वेरी इंटेलिजेंट. No. 92nd aphorism tells prescribe on sure symptoms what you are getting. Don't try to take the complete case. Once you are done, history consultation in acute is short. Go at it. 99 aphorism. Importance of relatives and information from relatives. Case taking in acute disease is easy because all the deviations are very clear in the mind of the family members and the patient as well. A patient coming, his wife will tell you, "Arey, this happened. That's why you have this." I think so. All you get very clear information. Fatafat. You don't need to wait. People will come and tell you like a parrot, Pak. So clear. Chronic is, consistent. Chronic, you have to wait. Right? Yes, present, prominent, persistent symptom. Thank you very much, Dr. Jaya. That is true. So 92 and 99 aphorism are this, right? Friends, are you able to receive me properly? Are you with me? Can I have your feedback, fatafat? I hope things are getting clear to you. Please write your comment quickly. Remember, if the audience is sleeping, somebody needs to wake up the speaker. And I don't want you to go to sleep. Thank you, Dr. Manoj. Anybody else apart from these 100 and so many people? Thank you very much. Fantastic. Let us continue. Okay. Very good. Next, what you call the observation. From 99 aphorism, connecting that with lesser writings of Hahnemann. What Hahnemann tells very clearly are 2 points. Acute disease is 1 to 3 days. Chronic disease is 1 to 3 years. So if you have chronic disease, you have to search for you have to search for between 1 to 3 years. Right? In acute, 1 to 3 days. That's all. your focus should be absolutely clear. You know, the way you see a watch, I don't have watch right now in my hand, but if you the time you want to see the watch, what do you see? You see the, you know, the pointer of the hour, the minute, and the second. The once you see these three things, you are coming to exact to the time. Similarly, you need only three information: symptoms of the patient, your observation, and modality. That is timeline. Timeline prescription. In chronic, Hahnemann says timeline prescription in 95 aphorism, which I am not going to touch here. So in acute, what we look, you know, I have treated so many COVID patients, you know, so many patients of COVID. So many patients, right? We have treated so many acutes. I have emergencies. I am open for evidence-based case studies, which I am going to discuss with you. So I want to give you everything, what I am doing. And the purpose of this lecture is to inspire you to take acutes. Take acute appendicitis. Take acute, you know, pneumonia. Take meningitis. Take fevers. Risk yourself. And the one who dares goes high. What is sapere? Did I dare to be wise? So here, you know, homeopathy is at its best when it is under stress. You put stress on homeopathy, it will deliver you something best. Okay, so this is 99 aphorism. And Hahnemann tells us there is nothing like acute remedy or chronic remedy. This is a big problem I have seen it with many people. You know, homeopathy is not a science of action. It's a science of reaction. Secondary curative reaction. So what you are giving is just helping the vital force. If vital force is acutely deranged, it will give you acute reaction. If the vital force is chronically deranged, it will give you chronic reaction. So nothing is in your hand. Yesterday we completed Organ on Access to Success series 5. In the last part of it, you know, we have taken primary secondary actions only. So this way, there is nothing like acute remedy. Oh, patient has acute and I have sulfur. It's very deep acting, polycrase remedy, I should not give it. Oh, this patient has, you know, fast appearance of symptom. So I should not give lycopodium. It's a very slow drug. This is all, you know, kachra in your head. This is called mental, you know, I would say a word, mental menses. Mental menses. Let it be out. Let it discharge out from your mind. Your mind will be pure, your mind will be clean, and you will be able to hit it properly. But the only thing which can stop you to progress in homeopathy is you. And the only one who can help you to promote in homeopathy is you. So you have to be very clear what you are doing. Right? This is 99 aphorism. Jumping to straight 149. What Hahnemann tells, you know, what हमने प्रॉपर केस लिया, पहले तो प्रॉपर इंडिविजुअलाइजेशन किया, अच्छे से केस लिया, प्रॉपर टोटालिटी भी बनाई, अभी हमने दवाई दे दी, ओके, लेकिन अभी दवाई देने के बाद क्या होगा वो तो हमें पता होना चाहिए ना कि भाई दवाई दिया तो उससे क्या फायदा होगा, what it will help, you know. 149 aphorism is the answer. Acute and subacute disease. Whenever you prescribe, the disease we wish to cure subside insensibly. You know, subside insensibly. The moment you prescribe the remedy, there should be an improvement. Like, you know, when the person takes antibiotic or the person takes paracetamol, and the way there is, you know, down of the fever. Sure, Lena Davis, I apologize. I will speak more in English. Thank you. So it's like, you know, the moment you prescribe the remedy, what should happen? You know, it should be subside insensibly. You know, it's like the way sugar is getting dissolved in the milk and the way it changes the taste of the milk. Similarly, you know, when the medicine goes in the body, it spontaneously shows its action and creating a sweetness in the health. So what happens? Subside insensibly. Right? even though they have a grave character attended with many sufferings. These are not words from my pocket. These are the words from Hahnemann. So what Hahnemann tells here is something very clear, that please remove all those dirt what you have in your mind. I am very clear about it, how to take an acute and how to manage acute. So this is 149 aphorism. Suppose we have taken a totality. We have prescribed what should be expect is this: subside insensibly. Now, what type of risk you should take in your career? Should I take comatose patient of the serious injury, serious what you call hematoma, cerebrovascular accident, meningitis, cases like that? Should I take it? Very dangerous cases. Should I take it? Hahnemann says yes, you should take it. 152 aphorism. He says the worse the acute, the more numerous and more striking symptoms will be found. With much more certainty, a suitable remedy can be found. If we know good number of remedies in Bhat Remedica. So it's like when you see more serious the pathology, more you should be courageous. That yes, I should go for it, because 152 aphorism is with me. It is guiding me that I should go ahead. And what Hahnemann tells, it will not be difficult to find from whose a separate disease element and antitype of curative artificial disease. So it says how much deeper is the pathology, how much serious is the pathology, we should go at it with good effect. So it's not me, it's our father who is telling this. 152. We are the children of the same father, Samuel Hahnemann. 152 is telling this. So there is nothing to worry. There is always a way. There is always a ray of light in the dark. But we should be reaching to that ray of light in the dark. My lecture here is, I want you to take acutes. You take these notes into your practice. You apply. If you have a failure, you can easily communicate to me. But my only intention is, let the homeopathy rise at its level where we are able to deliver something great to suffering humanity acutely. Homeopathy is super for chronic. Right? Next. Suppose, now we see we are humans. Right? We are humans. We can make mistake. There is always a possibility that we make a mistake. Suppose we have taken with true conscience, with pure heart, we have taken the case very properly. We have made a proper prescription according to our knowledge. But as a human error, or because of whatever, your prescription turned out to be wrong. There is always a possibility. Then how to correct your prescription is 167 efforts. Hahnemann tells, if you have made a mistake, don't worry. I am guiding you. Hahnemann tells, not to worry, my wisdom is with you. He says for acute disease, in an imperfect homeopathic medicine has produced some troublesome accessory symptoms for the acute disease. What we should do? No need to wait. Just no need to wait. Right? Don't let the patient to leave. Never leave the patient alone. Be right there with the patient. Be his moral support. Be his, in every way you should be right there with the patient. If the medicine is wrong, what we do? We fear. And we refer the patient to allopathy. Or we refer the patient that whatever logic we give and we try to escape. Hahnemann says, nothing to do like this. I am giving you 3 points. How you should correct your mistake. And you will be very easily able to correct your mistake. Don't worry, my son. He says 3 points. Our father advises us with 3 points. Neither need to wait to effect of the remedy exhaust. Whatever parcels similar, with true conscience, with pure mind, gentle pure heart, you have tried your best, but remedy seems to be incomplete. Don't worry about the remedy given. Second point, leave the patient alone to suffer, nor never leave the patient to suffer alone. Be right there with the patient. He really needs you. He really needs your words. He really needs your support. He really needs your medicine. He really needs your love because he has trust on you. And when a relation is tested by stress, difficulties, troubles of life, and have a victory, are always very strong. So in acute, if you are able to make the patient out of it, he will be for you throughout your practice. He will never leave you. Because acute is a, what you call a great opportunity. But how to do is like this. Third, don't worry about the medicine what you have given, that I should antidote this medicine or not. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do that? Not at all. He says, just investigate a fresh morbid state in altered condition. It's like giving you an example. Suppose you have an acute and you have 5 symptoms of the patient. Suppose, right? Five symptoms were very clear to you. You prescribe remedy, turned out to be partial similar. What Hahnemann says, that with your medicine, suppose 2 symptoms have gone away, 3 symptoms are there, right? So just investigate a fresh morbid state in altered condition. So with these 3 symptoms remaining, you are able to find 1 new symptom which has come up. So you have 4 symptoms. Prescribe on it. That's what Hahnemann says. That a fresh morbid state in altered condition, remainder from the original state, and troublesome newly developed tracing a new picture. I tell you a case of COVID pneumonia. One of the very difficult cases I handled. I am talking about a story of 2 months back, I think 1.5 months back if I am correct. I took a case of that male 23, 24-year-old person. It was clear-cut bryonia. Bryonia acted. Out of 10 symptoms, 6 symptoms were reduced, but 4 were not going. Now what Hahnemann says, here, you see the word Hahnemann used? Subside insensibly. This is the point. It was not getting subsided insensibly. The 4 symptoms were there so clear that they were not getting subsided insensibly. This means I am heading towards another problem. I said I am prepared. What I did, I evaluated the case of a male, and then what I found was 2 more symptoms. So 4 old symptoms, 2 new symptoms gave me to a prescription of belladonna. From bryonia, it turned out to be belladonna. So 6 symptoms were cleared with bryonia, remaining 4 symptoms and adding 2 new symptoms, it turned out to be belladonna. With belladonna, case got over. It's like this, 67. Don't worry, my son, I am with you. You should feel that, your father is with you, alive with you. He is guiding you always. This is not books. These are living information. Right? So it's 167. 245. Now, again, you have taken a proper case. You have made a proper totality. You have prescribed as well. Patient is also improving. But to repeat or not to repeat? To repeat or not to repeat? 245 is the answer. We should repeat or not to repeat. Hahnemann says very clearly, every perceptibly, progressive and strikingly increasing amelioration. Hahnemann has a quality, he uses word very cautiously. Hahnemann has never written a single word, I would say, not even a single word. Reading Organon more than 350 times in my life, I can tell you not even a comma I find irrelevant. Because at the time of Hahnemann, there were only writing of the books were available. It was not possible to create a video. If Hahnemann would have created a video like this, 500 hours of video course by Dr. Hahnemann, homopathy would have been super famous. But unfortunately, was not the case, right? So what Hahnemann tells here, that every perceptibly, progressive, strikingly and increasing amelioration. This is how you use the words. See, suppose I say to my wife that I love you, right? I love you. Everybody tells, right? Husband to wife, wife to husband, we tell, right? We tell to father, we tell to mother, we tell to sisters, of course, right? I love you. But if I tell, I very much, super, excellent, extraordinary, tremendous, unbelievable, extraordinary, amazing, super love you. What does that mean? Something extra, right? Something extra. What Hahnemann tells here, perceptibly progressing, strikingly increasing in amelioration. You see the quality of the words used by Hahnemann. It's like, this is, before using the word amelioration, he has used 4 what you call adjectives to that. Friends, are you with me? Are you able to receive me what I am saying? Can I have your feedback? I hope it is reaching to you properly. Can I have your feedback? Quick. Today I am actually fast and I want to finish it out. Thank you. Okay. Very nice. So what I mean is here, every word used by Hahnemann, it has a great value. And here Hahnemann tells is, progressive, perceptible, striking, increasing amelioration. Right? What it says, transient, acute and progressive chronic. Transient in acute. Acute doesn't go suddenly, right? It takes a few minutes, few hours to recover. So, it's like transient amelioration or as long as it lasts. See the word used by Hahnemann, that's why I highlighted separately. As long as it lasts. Completely precludes every repetition of the administration of any medicine whatsoever. Don't repeat as long as the amelioration lasts. Whether it is acute, whether it is chronic, you forget it. No need to repeat. That's why great homeopaths always give one dose and case usually gets solved. That's why they are great. We have law of minimum dose. We have law of minimum repetition. We have to repeat as much less as possible. Because medicine is a double-edged sword. It can harm, it can help. It can produce an effect, it can produce a side effect as well. So we have to be very cautious. Right? So here Hahnemann tells, very beautiful, I feel, I love you. Not I love you like this. I am extraordinary, I am super, I am unbelievable, I am really so much love you. So not only amelioration, perceptible, progressive, striking, increasing and amelioration. As long as it lasts, don't repeat. Then what you call is a true friend of homeopath comes into play. Placebo, SL, sacrum lactase. It's time to give placebo and to earn money and to have a best of sleep in the night. Right? What Hahnemann tells here, that every new dose of any repetition whatsoever, even one of the last administered, repeated, will disturb the work of amelioration. Will disturb the work of amelioration. Always. So it is, there are a lot of spirituality, there are a lot of informations available in the world, you see. The worst enemy to you does not live outside, it lives inside. And the enemy to whom you should win the battle is within you, which can stop you, which can block you, which can restrict you. The moment you are convinced, the moment you win your internal enemy, the success is beyond horizon. So here Hahnemann tells, You take emergencies, you take acutes. I am there with you. But unfortunately, the organon is an option for us, right? Next, suppose we have given the medicine. Here is giving the medicine. We have given the medicine. 245 for example, right? We have given the medicine. But now, how to repeat, not to repeat, what to do, what not to do. This is the answer. 247. Whenever you are stuck, there was a famous dialogue in Munna by MBBS. Munna by MBBS. You all must have seen a movie, right? गलती हो जाती है बापू को याद करने का he will help. There is Munna by MBBS. Here Munna by BHMS. गलती हो गई अपने बापू को याद करने का हैनीमैन को. In that situation, Mahatma Gandhi. In this situation, Hanneman. So that is the story of Munna by MBBS. This is the story of Munna by BHMS. Organon has all the answers, I tell you frankly. But you have to go and get it. Right? What it tells in 247. How to decide frequency of remedy repetition. Hanneman tells in 4 different parts. Under chronic, 1 dose, wait for some time, 12 days, 8 days, 10 days, 7 days, whatever you want. People wait for months together. In chronic disease resembling cases acute disease, what you call acute exacerbation of chronic disease. Bronchial asthma, acute exacerbation of chronic disease. Migraine, acute exacerbation of chronic disease. Allergies, acute exacerbation of chronic disease. Menstrual disorders, acute exacerbation of chronic disease. Where the whole state is troubled, acute has different symptoms. Repetition is even lesser the time. Then it is acute. Every hour, 24 hour, every 24 hour, 12 hour, 8 hour, 4 hour, and then super acute. Every 5 minutes. Hanneman says you are allowed to repeat every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes you go at it. Because you also have to cut the process of the disease. Right? This is 247. Dr. Ria, can you please tell me how much time do we have so that I can complete my presentation?
So since we started late, we still have 4-5 minutes of the 1 hour. Or if you have time from your hospital, we can continue. But if you don't, then we can continue in the next session.
What I believe, let finish this organon part. And
Okay,
we can
sir.
take cases the next session, right?
Yes, sir. Definitely, we can do that.
Okay. So 247 is how to repeat. You need, machine gun to fire. You need a sword to battle. You need a needle to battle. You need, missile to battle. Missile, machine gun, sword and needle. These are the 4 options. This is like sword. This second is like, sword. This first is like needle. Second is sword. Third is machine gun. And fourth is missile. Sat, fast. Quick. When is a demand of situation, your role should be like that. It's like you want to go from India to America in 2 days. You can't go by cycle. You can't go by train. Of course, there is no train. You can't go by sea. You have to go by air. So it's a demand of the situation. So in acute, when there is a demand of such situation, you have to be right there fast. But that is something what is called knowledge. But when you apply, it becomes your experience. And in homeopathy, I tell you friends, the best teacher in homeopathy is your patients. The best teacher in homeopathy is your patient. Patient will teach you the worst lesson or the greatest gift of your life. That is absolutely true, right? Mental symptom, yes, I will answer that question once you are finished, Dr. Dhimista ji. Okay, next, 247, right? Now, 250. Now, weather, How much to wait? Say for example, you have taken a proper case, you have created proper totality, you have given proper prescription. There is also an improvement insensibly. There is remedy is correct, potency is correct, this or that, whatever. But in case if you are doubtful, the 167 aphorism, you have made a mistake unknowingly. And you are doubtful that your remedy is right or wrong. How much to you should wait is 250 aphorism. We should wait for 6, 8 or 12 hours maximum. Hahnemann says observant practitioner. Acute state. In urgent cases, after the lapse of 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, that he has made a bad selection of the medicine last given, the patient is becoming worse, problems are increasing, new symptoms are coming, then you should remedy his mistake. That is, you should give another remedy on your mistake. To remedy his mistake, give another remedy to the already existing remedy. So you should remedy. So till how long you should wait? You have a question like this. That okay, I have taken a decision, I have given a base prescription, but how much I should wait? 250 is the answer. We should wait for 6 hours, 8 hours, so 12 hours enough. It's like homeopathy is like machine gun. It's not like tortoise. Homeopathy is not tortoise. We have considered it tortoise. Homeopathy is slow. It's not homeopathy slow. It's homeopath who is slow. Homeopathy tells rapid, gentle, permanent. Fat. Clear. So we have to differentiate between mistake of homeopathy and mistake of homeopath. And for that, Hahnemann has used a beautiful word in 149 aphorism, its footnote, mongrel sect. Okay, I don't want to be a part of that title, mongrel sect. So 250 aphorism tells that you should wait for 6 hours, 8 hours or 12 hours maximum. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Right? Next, if you are given a remedy, now to your question, Dr. Dimisha, now here is your answer. How much weightage to be given in mental symptoms in acute cases? This is the answer. For Hahnemann says in 250 aphorism, 253, mental signs of aggravation and amelioration is conclusive. So when you have given a prescription, suppose the patient has abdominal colic. Typical, let us take it like acute appendicitis. There is rebound tenderness in right iliac fossa, pain, this, that, patient is angry, patient is not in a situation to manage, that, etc. And you're given a right medicine. Then, what Hahnemann tells? That mental signs of aggravation and amelioration is conclusive. What is this meaning? That mind is deranged first, then the body. So mind should be improved first, then the body. That's why if you see 104 aphorism, 254 aphorism, 255 aphorism, Hahnemann tells very clearly, mental emotional well-being is a must. Similar is with an acute, 253. Hahnemann says the same type of pain patient has, the same type of rebound tenderness patient has, the same pathology is there physically, but patient should be calm. Patient should be less angry. Patient should be less troubled. Patient should be less in a trauma. You should be able to manage the situation psychologically. This is best seen in children. During acute, children are so compromised psychologically, and the moment you give the medicine, children become so quiet. Many children lie down in the bed and they have a very good sleep. It's a best sign. So Hahnemann tells 4 points. In case of ever so slight an improvement, increase calmness and freedom of mind. Increase calmness and freedom of the pain is there, but they are relieved psychologically. They will say that my anger is less. I am able to manage. High spirits, what are vitals to what will leave? Food, thirst, drink, sleep. As a result, if you have increased sleep, increased thirst, increased food, your energy will increase. And if your energy increases, your freshness will increase. That's what Hahnemann says. And fourth, return of the normal state that you call death or recovery. Here is recovery. And in this situation, this is positive. This you should expect. This you should expect after the remedy. Right? The opposite, totally opposite. Your remedy is not working properly. Your remedy is not working properly. What should be there? A mind will be bad to worse. Mind should be opposite. In case ever so small a commencement of aggravation. On the contrary, exactly opposite. Patient was angry, he will become more angry. Patient was having less appetite, he will have more less appetite. Absolutely loss of appetite. Constrained, helpless, pitiable disposition of mind. Whole demeanor. All gestures, postures, action readily pursue a close observation that patient is not better. Patient is not better. If you want to see the signs of similibum, this is the answer. 68, 96, 104, 148, 253, 254, 255, 288, 282. What you call similia similibus curantur is these aphorisms if you want to read. Right? Next and the last. Do's and don'ts of acute case taking. Patient is asking for some food. Should we give it or not? Especially with children. Patient is having acute tonsillitis. Patient is under your treatment and patient says, Mummy, I need chocolate. Mummy, I need pastry. Mummy, I need milk. You should give it or not. Hahnemann tells you should give it, but in limit. Because this is just for palliative psychological relief. In acute, you have to balance the mind first. You should do all the activities giving relief to the mind of the patient. So here what he says, subtle, unerring, internal sense of awkward life-preserving faculty, determined so precisely and clearly. Physician required to counsel the friends and attendants by no obstacle in the way of voice of nature. See the word, voice of nature. What is Matra Medica? Language of nature. What is homeopathy? Child of nature. For what it has been treated? We are the children of the nature, creature of the nature. So this is voice of soul. It's a voice of language of the nature. By refusing on anything to do, urgently requires in way of food or that you should allow in certain limitations. More than that, not advisable. Right? So I conclude my presentation here. Yes, Dr. Ria. Friends, can I have your honest feedback? How was it? Was it good, bad, worse? You felt asleep? How was it?
So in my opinion, it was great. But yes, let's see what the attendees today have to say.
Thank you, Dr. Suryakanta ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Sunita ji.
Yes, sir. So just to inform the learners that don't worry, we are not finished yet. We have another session on 31st of October with Dr. Kritiksha. We'll be back again and we'll discuss the cases solved by Dr. Kritiksha depending on the organon, depending on what we have learned today. So it will be even more interesting. So hoping that you all will be there with us again and with, more interest. So also, let's wind up. So then I guess you will take up the questions in the next session itself. You have already taken
You can
many
take it
questions.
quickly, I can answer quickly, or
Okay.
you will take you will take a list of it and we can answer it next time. What is your
Yes, sir.
advice?
I think there are not many, so I can jot them down and we can take the questions up in the next session itself.
Fantastic.
That will
Fantastic.
be great. So
Yeah.
let's wind up here. So on behalf of Radar Opus team, I really thank you a lot. A very warm gratitude. Thank you for being here with us. We really learned a lot from you. Thank you so much,
We all are
sir.
students of homeopathy. We all are students of homeopathy and we are growing. We are going as well as growing. So what is ultimately needed, to have, whatever is coming to you as a part of learning, you should be open for that. And
Yes, sir.
let the student within you remain uh, alive till your last breath, and that is what Hahnemann has taught us. Because in the last times of Hahnemann, when he was in Paris, he was studying. A man has become so much of great legend was studying. So if we are having him as our role model, the success what is coming to us is just a part of life. The heart of life should be your learning approach, right? So I'm equally very thankful to be here on this platform, and I'll be very happy to hear from you guys as well. Privately, you can write to me, you can communicate to us. You have questions, I'm always open for questions. This is just I would say a new beginning. The relation of homeopathy, because we are the children of the same father. So let this journey of learning together, sharing together, guiding each other, supporting each other together, beyond time, beyond distance, and beyond situation, for the common mission, that is mission of healing the sick. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for inspiring us and guiding us. You have already always done that for us. We thank you a lot. So see you in the next session. Thank you, dear learners who joined us here today, and hoping to see you in the next session. The same link you can use to join us on the 31st, same time, same platform. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening. Keep learning. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye.